So a product release is the process of launching a new product for a specific market or user base. And in software developing, it is specifically it specifically involves the development and like the sorry. In software development, a product release is sometimes done with a beta version so that core developers and users can assist with debugging and feedback prior to the release of the actual software. An update is a software file that contains fixes for problems found by other users or the software developer. And installing an update fixes the code and prevents the problem from happening again on a device. And patches are a type of updates that are temporary fixes between full releases, and they fix bugs, install new drivers, address security vulnerabilities, and enhance software stability. And since updates fix problems that occur in an already existing program, they are almost always free and available through the program itself or the company's website. Ways to get an update: you can get updates manually or you can get updates automatically. Manually getting an update involves like the user downloading and installing like the piece of software themselves, and it's usually notified by a pop-up on their devices, which if you click on it, it has like explanations of what it contains, what the update contains, and the user can read that description / explanation and choose to install or not. Pros of manual installation is that the user has full control of what's being installed on their computer, while a con is that it is time consuming and sometimes users don't know how to install things correctly. Installing automatically is when the software automatically downloads and installs new updates using a polling system, and when a new update is found. Pros is that the software is always up to date and the user doesn't need to worry about anything, which works effectively, especially when the user is not a specialist in the computing science field. But cons, there are a few cons. One of them is that the user doesn't have any control of what's being installed, and another one is that a bad update can crash the system, and this is because different parts of the software has different update tools, and if the new update is not compatible with any of the updating tools, then it might crash the system. Release management refers to the process of planning, designing, scheduling, testing, deploying, and controlling software releases. It ensures that release teams effectively and efficiently deliver the applications and upgrades required by the business and their operation objectives while maintaining the integrity of the existing production environment. There are three big types of release management, which are continuous delivery, agile software development, and Devops. Continuous delivery actually is in a big cycle along with continuous integration. I will briefly go over what continuous integration is. It is essentially a software engineering practice where a team tries to integrate their work with increasing frequency, and what they do is they focus on automation tools so that their integration can occur continuously with decreasing effort over time. And continuous delivery is sort of like continuous integration, but with the packaging and like the deploying part of a software. And so it involves a team configuring and packaging software and orchestrate the deployment in a manner that is in such a way that it can be like released to production in a software defined manner at any time, and thus the name continuous delivery. And it focuses on greater speed and frequency of packaging and deploying software through automation tools. Development is when barriers, like process barriers, are removed, and key stakeholders are enabled to collaborate more closely with the software delivery, which accelerates it. And so its focuses are on continuous changes and adapting to the feedback of those key stakeholders that collaborate with the developers. And it's essentially acknowledging that software producers don't know everything on their own, the stuff they need to successfully develop and deliver high quality software. And so, yeah, as it's written as a bullet point here, focus is on continual changes, making improvements, and then adapting and having the flexibility to respond to changes. Devops is a short for development operations, and it focuses on, it's more like a culture from what I researched and what I learned from IB textbooks. And its intentions is to avoid like the negative impacts of over specialization in an organization, and to prevent such things decreasing the rapidity or effectivity to production issues. And so it essentially breaks down barriers between operations and engineering by cross-training each team, and this approach allows everyone's ability to like be of a greater scope and allow them to participate in each other's tasks, and thus leading to a more high quality collaboration and more frequent communication. So this is an overview. CI/CD focuses on software-defined life cycles during which teams develop and deploy softwares, and it highlights tools for automation to increase the frequency and the quality of integration. Agile software development focuses on the processes and collaboration, like the collaborative processes to bring about rapid changes and to accelerate delivery. And DevOps focuses on culture that highlights roles without any barriers between operations and engineering teams, that emphasizes on responsiveness of each team. Thank you.